Alright, welcome back to the program. Another project today. We are going to install a new stereo head unit in the car. Well, not new, but new to me anyways. The car came with the, I think, C33 head unit, and this car has the factory CD changer, so I do have that going for me. But the factory C33 head unit is really not that great. It doesn't have very much wattage. The sound isn't great. It's cassette. It doesn't have RDS. There's a few drawbacks to it. So other than getting a bunch of those things in our favor by getting the CD43, which is what I ordered, the sound should also be a lot better. The fidelity should be much better. Crisper sound. I hear FM radio reception is a lot better too. So hopefully this will just be a simple plug and play swap, and it shouldn't take more than 10 minutes, but we know how those things go around here. So I ordered this probably 3 or 4 days ago, but can't complain about the packaging. And I do have the radio code for it to unlock it. Phew, man. Now, I don't think you could get the CD43 on the E36 M3, but I think they started putting them in Z3s around 2000 or something like that. So it should be a direct plug and play, whether you've got the Harman-Kardon Sound System or not. So here we go. That's what it looks like. Let's turn around, put this in the car, and see if it makes a difference. All right, here's the radio we got now. Of course, if I play the radio now, YouTube will probably block it for like some sort of copyright infringement on whatever song's being played, but we'll see if we can get this to work. So here's the stock radio. We're going to pull it out. And this radio, my volume control knob kind of has a mind of its own. Sometimes it wants to work and sometimes it doesn't. So we might solve that problem too while we do this. So all you really need is a little hex wrench or Allen wrench here, and then these little peekaboo corners here. You gotta open up these little jobbers and stick an Allen wrench in here and loosen them up. And I don't remember which size these are. I think I'm using maybe a 2mm Allen wrench. And you don't need a special BMW tool to do this, but you just need to loosen these things up so you can pull this head unit out. And if you got some pry tools, that may help as well. So turn these little Allen bolts, unloosen them as far as they will go. I think you're just pulling back a locking mechanism here that keeps this thing from falling out of the dash. This one kind of wants to turn infinitely. Okay, let's do this without breaking anything, Chris. I actually had this thing out once before. Kind of just work one side and then the other, and it should slowly work itself loose. It's coming. There we go. Okay, now this should just be totally plug and play. So there should be 2 or 3 connections behind here. And there's actually 3 connections. There's a wiring harness that looks like maybe an antenna, maybe a controller for this, for something else. But let's just undo these one at a time here. And the big wiring harness. These are sometimes a pain in the ass to get off. This thing's been on forever and ever. Sometimes these things want to pop off, sometimes they don't. There. Jesus. Shouldn't be that difficult. Okay. Now let's hook this new one up. Let's get the wiring harness on foist. You bastard. There we go. Okay. Hook up the antennas here. There we are. All right, now look away while I put the code in.
Who do not believe that it may create a crisis in your own view of the world.
Big day.
Perhaps become for you a link in a chain that will lead you to faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, because you really do need to know Him.
Alright, just trying to find a station here. Well, I can already tell you that it sounds a lot better than the C33. I don't want to play the radio here because YouTube will flag the damn video for copyright violation. EMI or somebody will get involved and take my whole damn audio track away, and then I'll have to do a voiceover for this or something. So let me see if this will go back out. It might go back in without moving those cables around. Let me put the camera down and see if I can get this back in. All right, I just want to make sure I got these cables out of the way. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to go in. That's the thing with these. When you pull them out, all of a sudden get cables that bottleneck, and they don't quite want to go in the same way you pulled them out. Pretty close though. Let me get my Allen wrench here. Maybe we'll be in business. Well, I'm turning, but I ain't biting onto anything. There we go. Okay. There we go. These little doggy doors that hide the Allen screw are always a pain in the ass. There we go. I have to, so there we are. I have to secure him maybe a little bit better. But it's in. So here we are. C33 to CD43 head unit replacement / upgrade / install on E36 M3. Well, that's what we like. Pretty easy installations and upgrades. That wasn't too difficult. This is the C33. I'll probably just keep it with the car. It's original to the car. I like keeping original parts. You know, once I get the car outside and drive it around a little bit, I'll let you know how much better the sound is with the CD43. But just turning it on, I could already tell it sounds much better. It's much louder, much crisper. So we'll see how it goes from there. Just a couple tips. It took like a little 2mm Allen wrench to take my C33 out. There's two little Allen screws on the side that lock it in. And then when I put the CD43 in, I needed a slightly bigger Allen wrench, maybe 3mm, 4mm, something like that. So that was really the only difference. You just got to make sure you put the wires completely behind the dash. Make sure you get them out of the way and you're not crumpling them up when you push the head unit back in, and to make sure you just get it all the way in, give it a little bit of force, and screw those things down. The other thing is just when you take the wiring harness off the back, you're gonna have to give it, some elbow grease in order to get it off, depending on how long it's been on there. That head unit may have never been out of your car, so it's been on there forever. It's sort of just sealed on the back of the head unit, that wiring harness. So it'll eventually snap off, but you got to give it some brute force in order to do it. So mine was a little bit more difficult than probably a lot of others out there, but it eventually came off. So there you go, another project checked off the list. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't like it, don't like it. Share it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, any other social media that you use. You can always follow my videos at chriswood.tv as well. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe today. You'll never miss an episode. Take care.